welcome to Sterling TV 19 for some girls volleyball action today. The Burlington City Blue Devils versus the Sterling Silver Knights. As we take a look at the standings from last year, Morristown Township on top at 18-8, 8-2 in the division. Sterling at 16-8 and 7-3 in the division. Northern Burlington County at 15-7 and 6-4 in the division. Rancocas Valley at 12-13 and 6-4 in the division. Cinnaminson at 8-13 and 3-7 in the division, and Pennsauken at 3-15 and 0-10 in the division. And then we look at the BCL Freedom standings from last year. The Township Falcons at 13-6, 7-1 in the division. The Florence Flashes at 13-9 and 7-1 in the division. Collingswood at 6-10 and 4-4 overall. Burlington City at 3-11, 2-6. And STEM Civics at 0-11 and 0-8 in the division. And here are the current standings. Sterling and the Township Falcons on top at 2-0. And joining me now is Mr. Schulz.
Here to start another girls volleyball season on Channel 19. Connor, good job stepping in here.
Thank you.
And Burlington City, Connor, a team that struggled through the years. So you figure Sterling, is definitely the superior team here, but they have to do it on the court. And one thing, when you get a match like this, sometimes you don't have the same intensity. We've seen teams start off really slow, so that'll be interesting to see here.
Yeah, one thing that you have to avoid when you're playing a lesser opponent is playing down to your opponents. You have to keep up the pace like you're playing the best team in the division. And Sterling gets the first point of this one, 1-0 Sterling. Let's see.
And you look at Burlington City, I don't know if they had real good communication there. They're not a bad dig.
And there's another point for Sterling, 2-0 now. Let's take another look at that. It was the third hit, so they were trying to get it over, and it didn't go in. There's a point for Burlington County, their first of the game.
And they get Carly Rosenbaum out of the serve position. She was somebody who was definitely a key player for Sterling last year. It'll be interesting to see how Sterling handles not being being served.
Artis
handles being served too, and not the server.
Artis and Isa on the serve.
Saw a dive there by Laurel Conway, but you have to feel like once she gets rotated towards the front, that Sterling's going to have an advantage, but Burlington City just keeps rolling right along here with a 4-2 lead.
Sterling called it. They thought it was out, and it stayed in. That one goes into the stands.
Sterling looks like should be headed for a timeout, but I don't know. Sometimes with the lesser teams, coaches will try to challenge the girls to figure it out on their own, and I think that's what Bill Scully's doing right now, but I don't know. I think if they get the next point, Burlington City, that Sterling is going to have to go the timeout route.
That hits the netting, so Sterling's point.
And this is an advantage here with Laurel Conway. at the serve position.
Good serve by Laurel Conway.
And looks like it has that knuckleball. It looks like it, the non-spinner, and they really had a tough time handling that. She really got it deep in the Burlington City end of the court.
Burlington City had 5 straight points, but now Sterling bouncing back into it.
Burlington City with the serve. This is Caitlin Continia.
As we take another look at it, hits the netting. That actually helps out Burlington City in their favor that time. So they've really dominated the start of this game.
And Strong really hasn't gotten themselves in position where they've gotten good sets and really taken control. There's a break right there, and Strong is going to get the serve position. This is Grace Miller for Sterling. That's that low line drive serve, and we'll look at it on the replay here. A little higher than I thought, but in any event, Burlington City wasn't able to handle it.
Good rally here. The point goes to Burlington City on a double hit.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see there's a side rotation on the ball, and that's evident of a double hit. And Coach Bill Scully is going to take a timeout. And he kind of let the girls battle out. They did, but hey, give credit to Burlington City. They've really fought back and are really giving it to Sterling right now. But Sterling really hasn't, and you see this sometimes in the early season that teams have communication problems. Really don't feel like they've gotten into any type of rhythm as of yet.
Burlington City's still a very young team, as they only have 2 seniors on their varsity roster. So, and you can't let a young team especially get momentum, because that's when they play their best. And in a sport like volleyball where momentum is everything.
Yep.
Sterling point there, as it looked like the timeout helped Sterling get back into their rhythm. Jules Mesta and Allie Barker checking into the game now for Sterling.
And Barker will be serving for Sterling.
There's another point for Sterling. 2-0 since the timeout.
And that was Aaliyah Herman. Good job getting up, getting high, and finishing it off. Barker again with the serve.
And there's 3 points in a row for Sterling.
And Connor, I think that's what Sterling needs somebody to go on that nice run where you get 5, 6 unanswered points from the serving position.
Yeah. There's another one, and Sterling takes the lead. There's a good point from Sterling again. They're on a 5-point run right now.
And she tried for the set, but the girls really weren't ready. Kind of went in between two of them, and they didn't get the good hit over there.
And there's another point, 6 in a row for Sterling.
And that's a good job charging the net. We'll get a replay of this one.
And there's a Burlington City timeout called while we were in the replay.
Yeah, and that was Asher DeWalt there at the net and making things happen, extend Sterling's lead to 12-9.
Follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. Have a lot of coverage and highlights from all the games that we did there. And a couple of cool drone shots from all over New Jersey. Yep, all over our area that we cover.
And Barker continues. This is, we said that. We said they need somebody to go on a good run here, and Barker has definitely done just that.
And 13-9 Sterling now, as still strong after the timeout.
Sterling was right there, even if the ball went over the net. It just seems right now Sterling's positioning is a lot better. They seem better positioned than Burlington City.
Another one for Sterling, 7 in a row.
Yeah, you haven't seen, Sterling is making some decent sets, but with Burlington City, haven't really seen them have any real good sets where they set up one of their big hitters. And Barker just continues to impress here.
There's another one from Sterling, 16-9 Sterling now.
Yeah, just really pulling away, and Burlington City has no answer for Allison Barker's serve here. Really are scrambling back there.
Burlington City gets their first point in 9. 16-10 Sterling now. $17-10 Sterling now. Is they are just rolling right now.
This is one of the best runs I think we've seen from the serve position in a long time, and she's going to hand it off.
Jordan Giannotti. Great serve there from Jordan.
And Giannotti just picks right up where Barker left off.
Burlington City has no answer for Sterling serves right now. So there's another one from Sterling.
And Barker's is even more of a line drive, a little bit lower hit.
Joanna Dunnings and
that was a
Asher
bullet right there.
DeWalt step into the game.
That looked like it almost went through the net. Yeah, only a couple feet above it. And finally, Burlington City gets a point and gets Sterling out of the serve position. They're going to. They gave the point to Burlington City. Okay, look at the front foot here. She
steps over the line.
Went over the line. So.
Emma Pilson will be serving for Burlington City.
This is Emma Pilson. They just whiffs on that one. And Sterling gets their 21st point. Gianna Perez serving for Sterling.
That's a great rally there between Sterling and Burlington City, and Burlington City gets the point. Goes right on the line.
You know, this is an uphill battle for Burlington City. Now, they've done some good things in this game, but I feel like, and there's always swings back and forth, but I feel like Sterling, with that run at the serve position, has really put themselves in a great spot here, up 21-12.
That one hits the stanchion, and the serve goes right back to Sterling. It seems like right now, anytime that Burlington City starts to get something going, Sterling responds right back.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Connor. They've really done a good job of responding and just picking each other up, and that's a big thing. You know, it's team chemistry that we're seeing early on in this season.
Another great point there from Sterling. So they're 2 points away from ending this game.
Hit deep there by Sterling, who now is 1 point from ending this game.
And that timeout really ended up working really well for Sterling, as they are 18-3 since that timeout.
No doubt.
And there's the end of the game.
So Sterling takes game number 1, 25-12. We're going to take a short break and be back with game number 2.
I need to use the potty. Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even gone for that long.
And we are back for game number 2 after a game number 1 where Sterling got off to a slow start, but then really got on a good run in the serve position.
Yeah, I think they just came out slow. And after that timeout, I think Coach Scully did a great job of just telling them, let's pick it up. And since then, they went 17-4. So
Yeah. And
worked out
Allison
well.
Barker did a real nice job at the serve position that really, like you said, got him out to, I believe it was 10-10, and when all was said and done, that had it, they doubled the score. They were up 20-10.
Yeah. Certainly trying to close it out in game 2.
And you could tell the effect that run at the serve position had on Burlington City. They were doing some good things early on, got ahead, fell a little behind, got ahead again, but that 10-point run really took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, it seemed like as soon as Allie Barker went up to serve, they had no response.
No. And it never really got any real good sets to a good hitter. Whereas Sterling had some, but this is an early season game. They still look like a team that really needs to get into a rhythm too.
Yeah.
A good way going against this Burlington City team to kind of ease your way into the season.
Who did Sterling beat in those first 2 games? Sterling has won 5 straight matches against Burlington City. Fun fact. That was almost a great serve from Sterling there.
The team that Connor has been really good that I remember up in that area was Northern Burlington. Northern Burlington, I think, won a few conference titles. This is back, you're talking 6-7 years ago, and I think still have a pretty strong program. But obviously
Last year they finished a game behind Sterling in the Colonial Patriot.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult division now.
Burlington City doing the same thing they did in game number 1 after a 2-0 lead.
Sterling gets one back.
Sterling answers back. The point right here. There's Allie Barker there. Carly Rosenbaum from the serve position.
Great serve there from Carly Rosenbaum. And Sterling keeps the pressure up with the serves.
Not a real hard serve, but it was low. It hugged the net.
Sort of like a fastball.
Yeah.
That one just barely goes under the net. So Aaliyah Herman checks back into the game for Sterling.
Laurel Conway serving for Sterling. So Burlington City holds a lead by 1, up 4-3.
They got another point there, and now it's 5-3. So a lot like how the first set started, Burlington County out to a quick lead. Burlington City, sorry. Sterling gets it right back, though, 5-4.
You see that? They had a set, hit it over there, and really didn't get a good hit off of that. Then Sterling returned the favor and had a good hit, and Burlington City just wasn't able to handle it. This is Grace Miller serving for Sterling.
Is Kim Wynn going
Sterling knots it up at 5. Okay.
Grace Miller is Evan Miller's sister.
Yeah, Evan Miller's a baseball player, a sophomore. Played varsity as a freshman.
Savannah Johnson checking into the game for Burlington City from the serve position.
And hits it in the net. That's a killer because, you know, the points that they've been getting have been off serves that are decent, but it hugged the net, but obviously you're not giving yourself a chance if you give away a point like that. Allison Barker looking to go on another run here.
Yep. Last time she had 10 straight, so see if she does it again.
Having trouble with that obstruction up there. Not really doing a good job reading it. Let's see here. Well, there. At least they were able to get it over the net, out of bounds, but definitely better than some of the other ones.
Yeah, it looks like for Burlington City, the divider has been getting in the way a lot.
Yeah. We're going to get a shot of this.
It's very, very low today. Usually that divider is up a lot higher.
Yeah,
maybe for back to school night.
I was going to say,
guess.
yeah, I thought it was. It's definitely hit that more than normal. So that's definitely a factor. You look up there and
looks like an extra 4 feet.
Yeah, if it's up 5 feet higher, there's probably been about 5 or 6 balls that have hit that would have just cleared it and would have been a normal back and forth volley. Sterling right now. I think they're just playing a lot more confident since they had that run in game number 1. They're kind of a different team than they were in the early part of game 1. Of course, you probably have some jitters.
This one has been a lot more. This one's been a lot more back and forth than the first set, though.
Yeah, well, if you remember, the first set was back and forth to this point.
Yeah.
And that's when Sterling pulled away.
It was a lot more streaky, though, compared to this one. It's like Sterling gets a serve, then it goes back to Burlington City.
So it's 10-7. Favor Sterling. And this is Aaliyah Herman serving for Sterling.
Miscommunication there leads to a Burlington City point.
Little miscommunication there. And things like that come with getting used to playing with each other. Usually the latter part of the season, you don't see that as much. And Burlington City gets the point.
Burlington City only down by 2 now.
So Burlington City hanging in there.
And up to that, and even with that serve, Madison Saul had been serving really well.
Yeah, that's a great tap and great awareness of what's going on the other side of the court by Laurel Conway. As Jordan Giannotti is serving.
There's another point for Sterling. 13-10 now.
Giannotti, as we see on the replay here, goes with a non-spinner.
Great rally here. Giannotti. That one's in. What a great rally between the two teams, and that could be a huge momentum shift.
Yeah, easily the best volley of the afternoon here. And you could look over there. You know, it felt like there were times where Burlington City was down, especially after he had the long run in game number 1. But, boy, they were really amped up after getting that point. And this is Anissa Artis with the serve. And Burlington City draws to within 1 here. See the tap right there, and no response. But you could see right here, you could see where Sterling is doing a much better job of setting. Even though that's not a hard hit, it's a tap, and it led to a point. You don't really see that from Burlington City. You see them scrambling around, but hey, give them credit. They're within 2 right now.
It's more important, like, just to get it over than hit with a lot of power.
Sure, place it. And especially in a team that's kind of struggling a little bit. You don't give yourself a chance if you overhit it or hit it into the net.
It's a lot like in hockey. You can have the hardest slap shot ever, but if you don't hit the net, it doesn't matter.
Yep, just hits the glass. This is Caitlin Quintanilla. Yeah, the giveaways are a killer. Sterling feeling good about having Laurel Conway getting to the serve position.
Point goes to Sterling for double hit. Sterling starting to slip away with the game. Up by 4 now. That one's in. 5-point lead for Sterling now.
Boy, that was outstanding placement here by Laurel Conway, putting it in that deep left corner. Just almost hitting the line. You see right here, Sterling's not just content on getting it over net. It looks like they're looking and knowing where they're putting it, and they really have Burlington City scrambling.
There's another one. Sterling 5 points away from ending this game.
Yeah, having a similar run that they had in game number 1. This one's a little bit, just a little bit later in the game, but pulling away all the same.
Johanna Dunning checks into the game for Sterling, along with Gabrielle Hester. And a miscommunication there by Burlington City makes it 4 points away for Sterling. And that one hits the stanchion, 3 points away.
Gabrielle Hester doing a good job from the serve position.
Caught the bottom of the divider again.
Yeah.
Are we doing post game?
Good return there by Burlington City. Doing a nice job. This is definitely one of the better volleys right now.
That's a good block by Burlington City.
And this is one of the few times Burlington City looked like they were in a rhythm, communicated, got some clean hits. That's something they've struggled with, and there they were able to do it, and they were rewarded with the point. As they have Reina Atagola. Boy, that's a tough one. Sterling gets the point and moves within 2 of winning game number 2 and the match.
Alexa Lincoln checking into the game for Sterling. There's another.
see right here.
Last, one more point away for Sterling, and we will have post game when this game ends.
That's a bolt there by Miller.
And there's the end. Sterling wins in 2 games.
Sterling does what they have to do to take game number 2, going on a nice run there at the end. As we look at the girls right there, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with a post-game show to follow.
What's that?
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
I could really use a bev right now.
Brayden, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Brayden, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
Cinnamon butter. This is mine now. That was mine. Hey, give it back. No.
Family will be cared for.
Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Oh, a pillow. I should whack you with it. I'm telling Mom. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry here. That's this. It's okay. Can I get some? Yum. Thank you. Can I watch TV with you? Sure. Big City Dreams. Hey, Leah, you want to play with me? Yeah. Yeah. Can I live with you? Sure. Sorry for being mean to you, Vaughn. It's okay, Leah. I love you.
Why is everyone looking at me? Is there something on my face? Please stop looking at me. Your clothes are dirty. You're ugly. You're so crusty. You smell. You look ugly. Everyone sees you. That's why your shoes are raggedy. You're alone.
I'm gonna fail you. You're never gonna get to college.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
And we are back here with our stars of the game. First here with Brianna Red and Gianna Perez. And Brianna, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Nice job today in there. It looked like early on in this game, you guys kind of were in a little bit of a funk. You had some problems maybe communicating. What went on out there early on in that first game?
I think it's kind of just like a bad habit for us to start off the game slow. It was mostly communication, but I think we got it together throughout the set.
That's something you feel like as the season goes on, as you guys get used to playing with each other, that'll get better?
Definitely, yeah.
No doubt. And what do you think was the key to you guys kind of getting on track and getting in a rhythm in that first game?
I think it was our communication and just getting out of our heads and just playing smarter.
Getting to know where each other is, because I guess a lot of you are playing together for the first time. Are you, and it's early on in the season with each game, are you getting more comfortable playing with the girls in front, around you?
Yeah. What do you want to talk? Sorry, I kind of forgot the question.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. Is there some things you feel like Coach tells you? What are some of the things that you guys feel like you need to practice on and get better at?
Basically communication, moving our feet, getting out of our heads, and just having a better attitude on the court.
Working together. And, again, great job on your birthday, Brianna. And, Gianna, I'll ask you. Now, you got some time in last year. Do you have some experience coming into this season?
Yeah, I had a little bit of time on varsity when two of our liberos got hurt last year. So I had to step up. I had to move up on varsity last year.
It was probably a little bit of experience, but did that help you a lot this year as opposed to just coming in with no varsity experience?
Yeah, because we had we ran kind of a similar formation last year, so I got to experience how it was working with Scully, and it helped me coming up.
Yes, if you run, you're used to similar formations. Does it help with anticipation?
Yes, yeah, it does.
I'll ask you, either one of you guys can answer. One thing it looked like as a team you guys got better at was reading what's going on the other side and your placement. Either one of you talk about that and what you guys were able to do.
We kind of just had to be prepared for anything. Team, so got in our spots early, made sure that we were covering short because the balls were going short a lot. And sometimes we got beat on the back, but that's why there's the libero, so you got to run and get the ball just in case. But, yeah, we kind of just talked it out. It's push up because the balls are going short most of the time.
That's a great job there by you guys. Congratulations on the win. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks, ladies. And we're going to just close out here. Great job by Strong. Again, getting off to a slow start. Kind of weren't in a good rhythm early on, but really got things going. Did a nice job from the serve position and came away with a big win over Burlington City. For Connor Strauss, the entire tech crew, Mr. K, I'm Mr. Schultz. We'll see you next time on Channel